and Team Doc Lures members, and welcome to a Thursday night prize draw for Gobblers Lures. Now, let me just bring up an image of what we're giving away here. Pretty excited to be giving this prize away with thanks to Gobblers Lures. And look, it's a really, really good prize pack. I'm going to walk you through some of the products that are here in just a moment. But as you can see, a couple of hundred lures there, an awesome brag mat, Gobbler's hat. What more could you want? Let me tell you a little bit about the lures. I've actually got some of these lures in front of me to show you. And in this prize packs, as I say, a couple of hundred different lures in the 4 to 6 inch size range, a number of Gobblers. Let me just try and hold that properly in front of the camera. Eh? A number of Gobblers jerk shads. This is a 6 inch. There's some pink ones. There's the UV. This one's a paddle shad, 5 inch. Let me focus that camera a little bit. Can you see that there? There we go. Right, paddle shads. So we've got paddle shads, we've got jerk shads in a range of colours. As you can see the green screen in behind that one. Amber, some really, really great colours here that are just applicable across a whole range of different species and different locations. So, as I said, 4 and 6 inch size lures here. Let me tell you some things about these Gobblers lures that have really impressed me. So, to be honest, since receiving some of Gobblers products, life has really seriously got in the way. Weather has seriously got in the way. So I haven't had the opportunity yet to really put these through their paces to the extent that I would like. But I've certainly done enough to know that I really like these lures. So let me give you a bit of a walkthrough. I'm going to start by talking about the paddle shad. Here you can see, let me focus that camera. Come on, camera, here you go. Now, a couple of things I noticed. First thing, when I opened this pack of lures, looked in the box, the first thing I noticed was, look at that. Look at the top of that lure. You cannot even see where the seam is, right? You can't see where that's come out of the mold. You can't see a join there at all. The detail on this lure is phenomenal. And I know if you're a regular listener of the ALF podcast, you'll be saying right now, hang on, Greg, don't you always say that the fish can't see detail? You know, the detail's not important. Absolutely true. It's not about the fish. When it comes to, me looking at this lure and looking for the seam, it's not about what the fish can see and what the fish can't see and what matters to the fish. What this is telling me is the quality of this lure is superb, okay? The quality of this lure, the attention to detail in terms of the production quality is absolutely amazing. Now, the fact that you can't see a seam on this, the fact that every single lure in this box, and trust me, I've taken them all out, every single lure in this box is absolutely perfect, is really, really important. It's telling me that these lures are well designed, they're well made. A couple other things about these. Really super stretchy, right? They will take a ton of punishment. Now, quite often when you buy a soft plastic lure, it's a trade-off between the softness and the suppleness of the plastic that gives it the action and being durable, right? So it doesn't get chewed up too quickly. Now, what I found with the Gobblers lures is, and you can feel it straight away when you take them out, there's some weight in this plastic. When you talk about an unweighted plastic, well, there's some weight in this plastic and you can feel that. But despite the fact that it's really tough and durable, you can see just how soft that plastic is, which is fantastic. And of course, with the paddle shads, have a look at the size of that tail there, and then have a look at how narrow that tail part of the lure is. So you've got this big flat paddle and this little skinny narrow tail, but a fat body. So what this gives you is a really nice rolling action, tons and tons of tail wiggle, as you can see, tons and tons of tail wiggle. So these lures have fantastic action. They've also, the larger sizes have, as you can see there, hopefully, you can see there's a slit in the underside. That allows you to rig them much more easily if you're going to rig them weedless, and allows you to get much more hook exposure, okay? Because you can get the shank of the hook right up into that lure and you can get a really exposed point. So that's the paddle shads. Fantastic, fantastic lures. Let me just grab one of the jerk shads now and have a bit of a chat about those. I'll grab one of the bigger ones just to make it easier to see. I'll go back to the pink. Right, so this is a 6 inch jerk shad in pink. Big, big forked tail on it, okay? Lots of vibration to come from that. Let me get that camera in focus again. Really, really struggling with this green screen as well. But as you can see, look at the detail in those scales. Again, doesn't matter to the fish, but it's telling me that this is a quality lure, that, yeah, there's attention to detail in the manufacture of this lure is fantastic, right? So that's really, really important. Now, let me just bring some things up here to show you as well. Again, a slot in the belly of this lure allows you to get that weedless hook in, or just a standard jig hook, get it in with plenty of barb exposure. And once again, just the flexibility, look at the flexibility in that tail. Now I'm barely twitching that, as you can see. Look at that tail move, and yet it's a really, really tough, robust, durable rubber. So fantastic quality of lures. Now what I've found with these lures is that they, when you've got them rigged properly, and this is the case with every soft plastic, they need to be rigged properly. But when they're rigged properly, they will track absolutely straight. You can rip those, even the paddle tails. If you've got them rigged nice and straight, you can run them through the water really, really quickly, really, really easily, and straight as a die, right? So you can burn these things through the water, get tons of vibration, and get that reaction bite. So absolutely brilliant lures. I haven't, as I say, had the opportunity to really throw them at lots of fish. I did lose 4 lures in 5 or 6 casts at one stage. I got smoked 4 or 5 times and then decided this was going to be, it was just embarrassing. I was getting it handed to me in a sling. So I stopped throwing lures at fish that I was never going to be able to stop. That was on 50-pound braid and 80-pound leader out on the reef. So I have hooked fish on them, but I haven't had the opportunity to fish them really hard. So anyway, let's go back to our image here of our lures. So this is what's on offer. We're about to draw this prize in just a moment. As I say, thanks to Gobblers Lures. So 200 odd soft plastic lures here and a nice tackle tray, a brag mat and a Gobbler's cap up for grabs. Now, let me tell you how we're going to go about drawing this. So if you haven't already entered the prize draw, well, it's probably getting a bit late in the piece to do that now. So we might have to just draw the prize with those people who are already in the draw. What I'm going to do is share with you a blank spreadsheet. Looks pretty uninteresting, right? But actually what's in column A here is the names of everybody who's entered the contest in white font, so you can't read them. And over here what we have, where this number 134 is, this is a random number generator. So if I just refresh this screen, bear with me, I don't refresh the live screen that I'm streaming from. If I refresh this screen, you'll notice that this number changes. And so what I'm going to do is refresh that another 2 or 3 or 4 times randomly. Let's do 3 more. 1, 2, and when this refreshes for the 3rd time, we're going to take that number and find out who our winner is. So number 9, right up near the top here, number 9. Let's make that font black. And we've got Matty Loick. So Matty, my friend, you have just won a couple of $100 worth of awesome Gobblers lures that are going to absolutely put you in the fish. Now we have your email address because you entered the contest, of course, and have given us your email address. So we will be in touch with you via email in due course. Congratulations, Matty Loick. We will be in touch and let you know how you can draw your prize, or how you can claim your prize, I should say, get it sent out to you. Now, for those who didn't win tonight, sorry, we can only have one winner, of course. But if you go over to the Gobblers Lures webpage, and it's gobblers.com.au, go over there, check out their range. You can be a winner by buying some lures from Gobblers. If you're a Team Doc Lures member, you can get a discount, 20% off Gobblers Lures, by going through Team Doc Lures and getting a coupon code to use at the checkout. And I absolutely recommend that you do go over to Gobblers Lures, check out their products. They are absolute class quality lures. Oh, another thing I meant to mention, actually, let me just grab one of these lures again. Another thing I meant to mention is that something that really impressed me when I pulled these lures out of the tray, every single one of them was as straight as a die. Now, you know, quite often, I'm not holding that straight so it looks crooked. Quite often when you buy a pack of soft plastic lures, you'll find they've been crushed in the packet. You know, some will have kinks in the tails, or they'll be a little bit twisted or something like that. Not one single lure in this box out of 200 had that. They were all absolutely perfect, ready to fish, ready to rig, and brilliant, brilliant lures. So, folks, that's it. That's our prize draw once again. Congratulations to Matty Lowick, and everybody else, please go and check out Gobblers Lures. Give them a go. Great Australian-made product, handmade in Brisbane. Brilliant tournament quality lures. You can't go wrong with them. On that note, folks, goodbye. Have a great night. I'll talk to you again soon. Bye.